If you go to the gym regularly, you probably default to this kind of like robotic NPC kind of person. You don't really talk to anyone. You're just in your own mind. You do your own training session, you get it done, you leave. That is what I was doing for the last 5 or 6 years. And only recently I started actually talking to people. I started talking to one guy. He saw me coming into the gym when I was on crutches, and he started asking me questions, and we started talking every time. So I actually didn't initiate, he started talking. And now I talk to 9 or 10 people regularly. It's that kind of thing of like, you just need a bit of exposure, and then eventually you get more comfortable and you start doing it. And if I was doing this when I was 14 or 15, the anxiety from going to the gym would just be non-existent. When I was 16 or 17, I would wake up at 4 a.m. in the summer holidays and cycle to the gym. When it was dark, I'd go at 4 a.m. because it would be empty. And on the kind of gym app, it would say 1 or 2 people in the gym, but at like 10, 11 a.m. it would be almost full. So I'd go at 4 a.m. when no one was there. There'd be like 1 or 2 people there. Quite a popular gym, the gym group. So it would be normally quite busy, quite a big place. And there would only be like 2 people at 4 a.m. And I would go with a hoodie and hat on, and I would just do my deadlifts because that's all I knew how to do. That's all I'd done before. Everything else scared me. I didn't talk to anyone. I went in and I did it, and I left and got back home at like 7, and then slept for an hour or 2. So not optimal for sure. And I did this because I had huge anxiety. And if you have that anxiety, if you are kind of in that age, a teenager or maybe early 20s, and you want to start doing this, then literally talking to people is such a life hack to get out of your anxious head. If you start talking to people, and I realized recently as well, like everyone's nice if you start talking to them. I'd see people never talk to them and they look a bit intimidating, and then when you actually start talking to them, you realize that they actually would love you to talk to them. They would love that social interaction, and most people really do. But people are just in their own NPC robotic minds. They don't even try. And that was me for years and years. And I'm starting to break that now. And I think that if you start breaking this early, it can be such a life hack for your, not just progress in the gym, but mental health. I go to the gym 3 times a week, and it's actually like something that I can leave and feel mentally like I feel good, because I've been socializing quite a bit of it as well. And you think it's noble, you think you're like in this fucking kind of David Goggins lock-in mode when you just don't talk to anyone and you look mysterious with your fucking David Goggins music or fucking whatever you're listening to. But actually, we're humans, and by doing this, you become such an autist. You become such a goblin subhuman, and it's not actually worth it. This is what I thought for years, and now I've realized that it's actually a very good thing to do. And I do think that it will help destroy your anxiety, because what we need to understand about anxiety is that anxiety is overthinking. So we are chronic overthinkers. We think about all the possible scenarios that will happen in the future. We run through. It's like when in that film Avengers Infinity War, when that Doctor Strange runs through all the possible universes, 14 million universes. This is what we're doing. We're running through every single possible scenario that could happen. What if this happens? What if this happens? What if this happens? And by talking to someone and by actually really like enjoying social interaction, you kind of just don't do that. You don't really overthink. You don't really imagine the possible things that could happen. You're just in the present moment. And that all ties into being mindful and meditating and living in the present, because we could live in the future. I could live in tomorrow, but what purpose does that serve? It literally will only make my day today and probably my day tomorrow worse as well. So if I don't live in the current moment, I'm basically not being a human. And now the point that I go to the gym, it's actually a distraction talking to people. It happens all the time, and I just want to get my workout. I just want to get my session done with, and I just want to leave as quickly as possible. If that sounds like something you want to aspire to, like becoming more of a human being, then subscribe, because this is the channel for you. And I'm just my sole aim of this channel is to help young men destroy their anxieties and get dramatic results in their testosterone, because it's the best way to destroy your anxieties. Just to fucking steamroll over all of your anxieties that have stemmed from childhood or past experiences. Increasing your testosterone is the vehicle. It is the best way. And by the way, if you want quicker results, click one of the 2 links in the description. One is free, one is paid. They'll definitely help you get quicker results. I increased my testosterone from 270 to 870 nanograms per deciliter. That's like tripling it. And my free T, I tripled that as well. And it's weird to think that I actually kind of changed my personality in the process. I actually changed the way my mind works, not just how I look, but also the way I behave and my personality. Because when you go from such an anxious overthinker as a person or like teenager, and you realize that you're actually living your own life and you are the most important thing in your life, and you need to be selfish sometimes and prioritize yourself. You need to train, you need to eat well, you need to meditate, you need to do self-help. This is actual self-help. Self-help isn't like relaxation when you would watch Netflix. That's not like a self-help thing. The self-help thing is improving yourself as a person that you can do through exercise, eating well, all the bullshit, all the common advice that's out there. Sleep, it's all common advice. So that's all for now. If you want quicker results, click one of the 2 links in the description. It's like the one is like a full course to get you to triple your testosterone and destroy your anxieties. Another one is like a free 15-minute call. And until next time, bye.